welcome to the video. First of all, I just want to point out that the weather in Atlanta right now is freaking so amazing. It is cold though, I will say that. It's like yesterday when it was April Fool's, it was like we thought we were getting into spring, and it was April Fool's yesterday. It was like, fools, it's winter 2.0 again. So it actually is pretty cold, but it's so sunny outside. Like my windows are right here and it's just so sunny, which is actually why I moved my little filming area. Also, I'm trying to work on staring more at the camera instead of looking at the this flip out screen that's on to the side. So many of my friends messaged me after the last video I posted and they said, Brianna, what the fuck were you looking at during that video? And I'm like, it's such a struggle. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to get better at being comfortable on camera, but I figured this might help if I'm a little bit back from it and I can actually see the you know, see the lens instead of like looking to the side the whole time. So we're gonna try to be better about that this time. We'll see. Anyways, so if you clicked on this video, it's probably for one or two reasons. Either one, you are starting your fitness journey, or you might have, I mean, this quarantine, well, technically not quarantine, but coronavirus has been such a interesting social experiment, and a lot of us, it's been really hard on a lot of people, and a lot of people have gained a lot of weight during this time. And now, since the world is normalizing, you're looking to, you know, shred some of that weight, get ready for summer, or you are already in your fitness journey and you're just kind of lost, or you're at a plateau and whatever you were doing that was working in the beginning is not working anymore, and you're kind of looking for answers. So hopefully I can give you guys some insight. Now, I will say, although I do only have 2 YouTube videos, I've actually been into health and fitness for about, well, let me backtrack. I was in the Marine Corps from 2011 to 2015, and that's where I probably owe most of my fitness, or the beginning of my fitness journey, to. And during that time, of course, being in the military, I was running every day, but not really focused on the nutrition piece. And then when I got out of the military, I went through this really weird phase because I wasn't training as hard, but I was still eating the same, and I started to gain weight. And that's when I kind of realized, oh, so I actually have to watch what I eat to lose some weight, because I wasn't just running 8 miles a day. I wasn't doing the normal activities that I was. So I was eating the same, but I wasn't doing the same level activities. So I started to gain weight. And then in 2016, I kind of went through like a little bout of depression. And although I was still working out, and I can say in my fitness journey, I've always worked out the entire time. That's never been a problem for me. I love working out. It's probably one of my biggest like mental health things. Like one of the things I do for my mental health is working out. And if I didn't, I think I would probably murder the entire world. Just saying. I love working out. I love working out. But the food, like it's really always been a struggle for me. And even when I was in the Marine Corps, I used to compete. Not NPC, but the more natural league, like OCB. And I'll be honest guys, I wasn't doing it healthy. And for a while I got into binge eating. And it's terribly unhealthy. Binge eating is terrible for you. So I combated that. Getting out of the Marine Corps, depression, and then, I don't know, something finally clicked in me, and I think that's the first thing I want to talk to you about, guys, like how I lost 35 pounds during quarantine. Like, how did you do that? We were inside the whole time, I mean, pretty much, but first of all is you have to hold yourself accountable, really. If you, like, for the longest time, I would give so many excuses. I would say, it's my metabolism, it's my, I think I have a thyroid issue, and to be honest, I was just not eating the right foods. And I think that's, like, we really have to take accountability. You are the reason you're in this place. You might have went through some really hard struggles, you know, mental health issues, or some trial in life, but ultimately you got yourself to where you are, and it's your responsibility to get you out of that situation. And for the longest time, I just wasn't ready to come to grips with the fact that it was actually me that was destroying my body. So when I finally, I don't really know what, actually I do know what it is. I had just been thinking in my head that I looked good. And I'm not saying that I was fat. Like the thumbnail picture of me, you'll see my before, and I wasn't terrible. I was just thick. I guess that's the word, they call it, thick. I wasn't fat, but I was very thick. And one of my friends who's a photographer offered to give me kind of like a free birthday shoot, and I had wore some like one pieces in that, and I remember getting those pictures back and crying because it wasn't my camera anymore. I was seeing myself from someone else's lens, and I started to finally realize this is a problem. I'm not happy with the way I look anymore, and I have to change it. And so that brings me to my next point. I reached out for help. When I was in the Marine Corps, I was stationed in Virginia Beach, and I became acquaintances, friends with this girl from the gym. Her name is Kayla, and we still stayed in not really contact, but we still followed each other on Instagram after the Marine Corps, and I had moved Miami, Atlanta, all the places I had moved. Anyway, I started to notice that her mom and her kind of went in, and they have this business called KKW, what's KK Wellness Consulting. It's based in Virginia, but they help people all over the world. And I followed their page for a long time. I just looked at their transformations, looked at the prices on the website, thought, do I have $150 to invest in a meal plan? Am I ready for that am I ready to reach out to someone and say, I don't have this on my own anymore? And I did that. One day I just broke down, I ordered the meal plan, and guys, like, this company really did change my life. I mean, I feel like most of this information I knew going into it, but they really did help me break a lot of bad habits. And that kind of brings me to my next point. Actually, I have my phone because I jotted some notes down, so don't think I'm like texting and filming. I'm not being rude. I'm just looking in my notes. Okay. Second to accountability. When you're in a weight loss journey, I feel like so many of us tend to overthink it. And stop overthinking. Stop looking for the magic trick, the magic diet. Stop thinking that keto is going to get you where you want to be. Stop, like, all those fad diets, they're not sustainable for a long period of time. It might work to lose some weight. Yeah, it'll work because essentially calories in, calories out, that's the way you lose weight. But is eating that way sustainable over a long period of time? And the answer is no, because I can tell you I've tried all those fad diets. I've tried being a vegan. I could do a whole video on that, but basically that was terrible for my physique. I tried keto, I tried low carb, I tried paleo, I tried pescatarian, and the biggest piece of advice I can say, do not cut out any food groups. Anything on the food pyramid, don't cut it out. And that's what this company really taught me. I think when I started with them, I was really, really low carb, and they taught me it's okay to eat carbs with every single meal. Guys, I was eating like 150 carbs a day. Carbs with every meal, and that was the biggest key. At every meal, every time I sat down to eat, I had a protein, a fat, and a carb. Every single meal, because I don't really know the science behind it, but you can go to their website, get a meal plan from them, consult with them. They'll tell you more science behind it. But basically, when you eat a carb, a protein, and a fat together, your body processes it in the most optimal way for energy, for nutrients when you do that, and it helps maintain your blood sugar levels. Anyway, so that was that. So I first started with the diet plan and I was all in, guys. Like when I decide I'm gonna do something, and I think I was honestly just fed up with the way I looked at those pictures. Like, I don't have those pictures anymore, but I really wish I did, because guys, it was a very humbling experience. But so stop overthinking it. Stop thinking that there is some magic formula to get you there. It's really counting your freaking calories, and you need to weigh your food. Fucking weigh your food. I cannot stress this enough. Weigh your fucking food. It is important. A food scale is not expensive. I can link one down below. You can find one on Amazon for $20. Weigh your food. I wasn't weighing my food. And when I started weighing my food, I really realized how much I was overeating. And I'm talking about in the simplest things. I mean, I was eating salads every day, yes, but when I go back and now that I'm counting my calories, I was probably using 500 calories worth of dressing, 200 calories worth of cheese. I mean, when you aren't weighing your food, you really don't know how many calories you're consuming. And that's a really critical piece. You might think that 4 ounces of fries or 4 ounces of or half a cup of rice is, you know, a serving that you get from the restaurant, but it's really like, it's so small, guys. It's a lot smaller. It's important that you weigh your food and track that shit in MyFitnessPal. I love using MyFitnessPal. Almost every food is in there, and then even if you don't feel like searching it and finding it, most of the items you have in your pantry, you can QR code it and it'll come up with the calories. You can put it in. I could do a whole video about how to use MyFitnessPal. But track your food, weigh your food, don't cut out any food groups. Go to a trusted source and get macros. A trusted source. Do not rely, I'm sorry. Do not rely on the Instagram model that is giving the same diet to every single person. Because I know a lot of people that have made that mistake. Even I have made that mistake. It wasn't a fitness model, but it was a bikini coach that was giving me the same cookie cutter diet. I was basically eating brown rice, sweet potatoes, broccoli, tilapia for every single meal, or chicken. No seasoning, no nothing, literally 6 times a day. And all that lifestyle led me to was binge eating, because I wasn't eating enough calories and I wasn't satisfying my palate enough to where it felt like I needed to binge and I needed to eat things that were not good for me. Okay, sorry, I really just went on a rant. So yeah, stop overthinking it. Just don't eat like a fucking asshole. Eat good whole foods. Eat 3 meals a day, like 2 small snacks in between. But eat, and it doesn't matter what time you eat. I don't want to hear like, don't eat too close to bedtime. It really doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Calories in, calories out. Another thing that brings me to is, because with the diet piece, you really need to be in a supportive circle of friends. And you're going to learn a lot about your circle of friends when you start doing what's best for you and what you think. And throughout this journey, I wouldn't necessarily say lost friends, but I've definitely had to keep some people at a distance just because they didn't understand my lifestyle and what I wanted for me. I mean, there's been points when I lost a lot of weight. When I got down to the point where I had lost like 30 pounds, people were saying, Brianna, you need to chill. You are looking too skinny. And that would really weigh on me sometimes, but I would always have to remind myself that this is my body, this is my goal. I'm not gonna listen to you. If you have friends that are like, come out to eat, it's just one time, just have one drink. If you know that's not what you want to do, and if it's not gonna benefit the goals you have, find new friends or tell them straight up what's gonna happen, or you're just not gonna hang out with them. My friends, I can tell you, my friends are 100% supportive of me. We go to the gym together, we eat healthy meals together, we get salads. I mean, my group of friends is pretty freaking awesome that I have now that help keep me. And one of my best friends, she actually started her little fitness journey and she's lost 12 pounds, and I'm so fucking happy for her, just because I can see the happiness radiating through her face now that she's following the goals that she wants, and she's not listening to everybody else when they're like, you look fine. I mean, of course she looks fine, but she wants to look her best. She wants to be her best, and I just have to say that I'm so proud of her. So shout out to my best friend, Denise. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Okay, next on the list. Let me see what I wrote. Okay, next on the list. Weigh your food. Okay, water. You have to make sure that you are drinking enough water. Really, because water helps us flow. Water is something that keeps us flow. If you're not drinking enough water and you're consuming sodium, like, you're gonna retain all the water that you have in your body, and you're not really gaining weight, but you're just holding on to that water. So you need more water to flush the water you have in your system out. And then, I mean, I nearly drink a gallon of water a day, and I would say that's a really good amount to drink. You want to be drinking over like 86 ounces though, at least, at minimum. You need to be drinking water. Drink your water. And I mean, I can't even lie. I have a diet soda addiction that I am in the process of breaking. I'm still working on myself. I love diet soda, and I'm trying to stay away from it. I have probably one a week at this point, but drink water. It is so important. Another thing that is with drinking water is sometimes, and when I started to examine my behaviors in my diet, I would notice on the days that I wasn't drinking enough water, I was craving saltier, sugary foods just because I was actually dehydrated and I needed water, and instead I was reaching for salty, sugary snacks when in reality I needed water. So that's another thing. Being dehydrated can cause cravings because you need that water. You need your system to be very hydrated. So water, that's definitely important. Supportive circle, yeah, just eat your, like, and then, okay, so this brings me to my next thing, training. Find what workout works for you and is optimal for your body. You, not your best friend, not your coach, you. What workout gives you the best results? And this is one I could do a separate video entirely on its own because I've had so much experience in. When I first started my fitness journey, I was just trying to lose weight from having my son, and so I was trying to compete in a bodybuilding competition. So I was doing a lot of like that classic bodybuilding, and then I tried CrossFit for a while, I tried yoga for a while, I tried HIIT for a while, and I started to realize those workouts, they don't really do anything for my body shape. And then that's the biggest thing that happened to me in quarantine training wise, is I was looking for a program that was going to stretch and lengthen my muscles, but it wasn't going to overexert me, because I really examined myself, guys, and started to notice that when I train too hard, I just want to eat. And yeah, your body does need more calories, but I wanted to eat all the time. So I was like, I need to find something that doesn't overexert my body, but is good for my body. And I build muscle really easily. So I wanted to stay away from lifting heavy weights. And I know that goes against what a lot of people think. A lot of people say, oh, you're gonna lift weights, you're not gonna look like a man if you lift weights. No, you're not gonna look like a man, but for me, for my body, I didn't want to be muscular anymore. I didn't like that look. I didn't like having huge thighs. I didn't like the huge arms. I wanted to be petite because that was my goal. And I found a program called PVOV, and I ordered all the equipment, and I think it cost me around $400 for all the equipment, and it's an in-home thing. So it was perfect for quarantine because I would do a video every day. They have videos that range from like 15 to like 80 minutes. I typically do a 50-minute video or 55-minute video. And then 4 days a week, I was just running outside. And I don't know, it just sparked me. I was just on the freaking grind. I was getting up, you know, my meals, and I wasn't going into work. I was working from home. So I didn't have that temptation of going out to eat. I was making my salads every day, weighing my food, doing my P-Volve workout. And consistently over time, that's when results started coming. And that's another thing I really, really, really want to stress is you have to be patient in this process, because results aren't going to come overnight. They're just not. I honestly didn't see any results for the first month and a half. And there would be times I would get so fucking sad and just discouraged and feel like giving up because I wasn't getting the results. And my coach kept telling me, just, you know, stick with it, keep pushing. And I did. And then it's like I think it happened I want to say it happened like the end of April or the beginning of May. I woke up and it's just like all of a sudden my body started responding to everything. And I was dropping weight like crazy consistently, 2 pounds every week, which is also, you don't want to be losing more than like 1 pound, 2 pounds a week, because that's healthy weight loss. But I was consistently dropping 2 pounds a week because it took me a long time to get there. I had to be very patient. I had to know that I'm not gonna, and especially as humans living in this generation, when we can get what we want now, it's hard to be patient. It really is. But I have to stress that you have to be patient and know that the results are going to come. And this is still something that I'm still learning. I started cutting at the end of February, and I'll be honest, guys, I did not see any movement on the scale besides 1 pound until this week. This week is just an entire like month and a week into my plan, and this week is just when I started noticing real results. And that's how you have to get through those plateaus, is be patient, and you gotta freaking grind it out and do whatever helps keep you sane. I mean, the little things that I've learned that make me happy now is finding healthy recipes that I can eat. That's one thing I really enjoy, Googling healthy recipes, and on the weekend I love making those healthy recipes, or finding healthy versions for cheap things I used to eat. I mean, find those little things, the little things you enjoy, and let that be what drives you towards your goal and keeps you on track. For me, I know I need a sweet, so at the end of the day, I either have a sweet protein bar or I have like a sweet Greek yogurt with some whipped cream. That keeps me going. It's just find what little thing it is that you need, that little pleasure, and incorporate it small, but keep going. You have to keep grinding it out. And honestly, that's all. I mean, that's really it, guys. It's not hard. Don't eat like an asshole. Weigh your food. Do a workout you enjoy. Move your body, and it's gonna happen. It will happen. I promise you. And then you'll be in a place of, when you get to your goal weight, you're just so much more confident, and you just love yourself, and like, you're a badass bitch and no one can tell you anything. And yeah, I mean, I know that's not any like, I don't know if you expect me to get on here and be like, I made this potion of this, and this, and I dropped 10 pounds in 1 week. Because no, that's very unrealistic. No, I just grinded it out. And for me, another thing that I did is, and I wouldn't really advise this, but I couldn't take progress pictures. I'm too hard on myself that I couldn't take progress pictures. I couldn't step on the scale but like once a month, or I would get discouraged. Find your journey and stick with it. Don't listen to other people. Don't listen to your friends. Don't listen to your family. What do you want? What life do you want? What physique do you want? And get yourself there. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I was super excited to make it. I want to do one more in depth about my workout routine that I do, and I want to do some maybe like tips, things I wish I known going into losing weight. The company that I worked with, I'm gonna link them down below because they're a really great company. Like, they really changed my life. I'm gonna link all the workouts that I do, and guys, when it comes to the workout stuff, the diet stuff is gonna work for anybody because that's science. But the workout, those workouts are what works for my body. You need to find what works for you, your body, what you enjoy doing, and what gets you to your goals. All right, well, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment, let's be friends, let's hang out. And yeah, I am about to go pick up my son, and what are we gonna do today? We don't really have anything planned. We're gonna drive to Alabama this weekend and visit my parents in Alabama and my sister, and we're going to see Godzilla versus King Kong tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited. And I've planned in my macros to have some movie theater popcorn. I know that sounds really dorky, but I love movie theater popcorn, and I've been looking forward to it all week. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get my weekend started, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.